Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. In America, this is a day called Memorial Day. It has meaning on many, many different levels. In one sense, it is a day to remember people in the armed services who fought and died in the service of their country. But it is much deeper than that. On one level, death is an illusion. Nobody really dies. And yet, in this human experiment, what you're grieving is the loss of future possibility on the physical plane. And the feelings are very deep. One way to justify or assuage these deep feelings is to say that these people died so that we could be free. These people gave their life so that we could have life. And it holds things in a very noble light. And yet, as you go deeper and deeper into the experience, war itself is based on the idea of separation. And separation leads to guilt, which leads to attack. And once you're attacked, you have a right to defend yourself, which means it isn't long before human beings are injuring and hurting each other's bodies and dying on that level. When a person is engaged in combat, however, many of the loftier reasons that they may have had for enlisting give way to something much deeper, and that is the desire not to kill people, not to vanquish the enemy, but to take care of one's fellow beings. And if anything, be willing to give your life to keep them alive. And the goal becomes, can we all get through this and stay alive? Many of the feelings of the evilness of the foe and the justification for death and destruction fall away. And it's really, as with all things, about relationship. It's quite possible to become disillusioned with the rhetoric of politicians and the nobility of attack and the justification and rationalization for war. But ultimately, there are experiences that people volunteer for because they want to learn something. They might want to learn about loyalty, about being selfless. They might want to learn about their own personal strength and fortitude. They may want to see other parts of the world that they would never see if they just stayed in their little hometown. They might want to learn about loss and recovery and forgiveness. In the end, what you want to remember is your connection with God. That's the real validity to Memorial Day. It's the memory of yours and everyone else's connection to God that's never been lost. that can't be taken away through death, through war, through sacrifice. Love never requires sacrifice. What we all want to remember is that we're always connected and that everything we experience is an aspect of our godhood. And we can bring love to all of it. Love to soldiers, love to the enemy, love to our fellow human beings who really are not our enemy, love to ourselves, love to our wrong mind even. But ultimately, God's love, the recognition that it's everywhere, is our salvation. That's worth remembering. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon.